Hi there, it's Zoe from Zealand Zen, and today what we're going to do is do a little bit of work to warm us up for whatever physical activity that it is that we want to do. So the movements here are pulled from the combination of my backgrounds, fascial work, personal training, yoga, and I want to give a particular nod to Chi running. I am not a Chi certified instructor, but some of the movements I'm going to give you were inspired by that. So I'll also provide a link for if you want to learn a little bit more about that. So the key thing is when you're doing a high impact activity, you do not warm up by doing that high impact activity. So for instance, if you're running or skipping or something like that, it's really hard on the body, lots of pounding. What you want to do is warm up in a little more quiet way. So apologies if you lose my head here. Walk in place. Simple as that. You can warm up that way. You can start to add in the arms, get the knees a little higher. If you've been to my yoga classes, you know you've done this before. Just warm up everything. Just let it get a little bit more. You can actually move about, or you can go outside, do a little walk like that. First step. So just sort of get the blood flowing. Next step, let's start from the ground and work up. So we're into the ankles. Everybody forgets about our feet. So basically, we're just letting the toe rest on the ground and letting the ankle rotate one direction, the other direction. So you're doing both sides, and I'm only doing it for a moment or two because I'm just trying to keep this video short for you. So ankle rotations, both sides. Good job. So just loosening up the ankle joints because they're going to be involved if your feet are on the ground or even if they're on pedals or if you're biking. Next gig, big toes close together. Nice solid connection to the ground. Take a bend in your knees, your hands on your thighs, and start to take a little bit of a swivel with the knees. So the knees are going into a circle. And go both directions. And let that go. Shake that out. So the next one looks kind of funky and it might be a little hard to get. So make sure that you give yourself permission to laugh at yourself and spend some time with this to get it down. So standing with feet about hip width apart this time. Let one knee move forward, the other knee move backward. And you're going to kind of have this hip swing going on, and then you're going to circle the knees in opposite directions. So this might look a little odd. Basically, I'm circling the knees away from each other. So they start in the center and then they'll go away. So I just switched directions there. So make sure you do both directions. So if you plunk this knee forward the first time, make sure you plunk that knee forward the next time and then circle. And I'll just give you a side view here so you can actually see how the setup goes. One knee forward, one knee back, start to circle. Keep the upper body really nice and loose here. Go both directions. Awesome. Good job. Again, knees or feet comfortably about hip width apart and just start to swivel the hips. So this is slightly different than what we were doing already. So swivel both directions. And if this is the one that you kind of feel most comfortable with and you're banging your head against the wall on the other one, you can just play with this. Eventually you'll get the other one. So both directions. Next, take a nice big step forward into a lunge, and I should say qualify the big step, whatever is a big step for you. Take as big a step as feels comfortable in your body. Let the other leg, foot rest sort of slightly angled out. Front knee is bent over the ankle, back leg is long. Start to turn your body one way, then turn it the other. So you'll notice my arms are kind of flippy floppy. That's what I'm looking for, really relaxed upper body. And just letting that go. So my arms are not moving where they're moving because I'm moving them there. You can see the difference between that and that. Very different. Both sides again. So set yourself up, get nice and long in the back leg, bend here, and let it flop. And get that going. Awesome. Come right back to where we started from. And nice and tall, feet about hip width apart, fingertips just behind the ears. Take a breath that lets your body get up really nice and tall. And then on the exhale, let one elbow go up and the other go down. Start opening through the side body here. And then as we're there, maybe take a look back to the heel that you're closest to. Come back through center. Take another big breath in to let the spine come up tall. Exhale, release in, one elbow up, one elbow down. And then take a look to your back heel. So do that a couple of times. Last thing I'm not going to do here because I've done it in a previous video is warming up the spine. So I'm going to give you a link for that, going through all ranges of motion of the spine. We have done most of them, most of them through what we've done now, but I think it's really important to spend a little bit more time there. The other thing you can do, especially if you're running in the warm-up, is take your arms loosely in running position and just let them swing back and forth. So keeping the shoulders away from the ears and just letting the arms swing back and forth about elbow to where the rib cage is, elbow to where the rib cage is and wrist to where the rib cage is. So back and forth, and just notice that slight rotation that happens as I do that. So that's another thing if you're running specific to warm that up, and especially getting that rotation that you need for running. So the last thing I'm going to do is a wall sit. So find a clear wall space, let your back come up against it, soft bend in the knees, knees over ankles. And what you're going to do here is connect to the three corners of your feet, base of big toe, base of pinky toe, center of heel, and just pulse a little energy into the ground and then relax. And pulse a little energy into the ground and relax. And you can even close your eyes here. I like to sort of feel the strength of my legs and feel the flow, the energy from the ground up to the top of my body. Upper body super quiet, super loose here. There you go. There's how to warm up for whatever activity you're feeling like getting out there and getting going. Again, think of it as looseners and warming up and not like pounding and breathing really hard right away. You want to get your body ready for movement, and this is a great way to do it. So if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know, especially if you've got ideas for future video clips, if you've got anything that you're curious about. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in my video. See you later.